Okay, so what can any of us do about these threats to salmon in San Francisco Bay? Um, One thing that I didn't even talk about because I was so focused on climate change is habitat. So one of the things that's happening in San Francisco Bay that our scientists work with at the Estuary and Ocean Science Center is habitat restoration. So that's mostly eelgrass. So eelgrass is a plant that grows in San Francisco Bay and around the world, actually. And it is wonderful nursery habitat for things like young salmon and Dungeness crab, things like that. So there's restoration of those habitats as well as oyster reefs, which, especially together, actually help mitigate sea level rise as well, which is one of the threats that talked about in the previous video. And those are projects that, when we get back to normal life eventually, we'll take volunteers to help with. So that's something to keep in mind. But the issue is really water and climate change. So, I'm sure you've heard the things you can do to help mitigate climate change. There's those little everyday actions we can all take, and I know, with all of us kind of shut down at home, we are already seeing an improvement in emissions, air quality, things like that. But it's unfortunately not sustainable with many people out of work. So we'll have to find different ways of reducing our impact without putting people out of work. So innovation is one thing, increasing our use of renewable resources, which is increasing. So, using solar power, wind power, obviously using fossil fuels a lot less. And water, conserving water, because we know it is essential for all life, not just us, but also the fish in the rivers. So water conservation would be a big thing. So those are like things we can do at home. Those little things we can do at home. Unfortunately, it's going to take more than that, though. It's going to take each of us becoming active about letting our elected officials know what is important to us, and writing to them, calling them, sending them emails. All of you probably are close to voting age, if not voting age already. So you are going to be voters soon. So your voices are important, as well as your parents and your families. So if everyone, makes our voices known, hopefully we can make a difference in how politicians and our elected officials think about these issues, and come up with ways that we can all do them together. So individual action is really important, but it's not enough to solve these big problems. So we need to come together as a society and work together for these things that are important to us. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions or want to learn more about this, you can certainly contact me. And my email address is Erin70 at sfsu.edu. And I am working from home, so and I will be all summer. So if anyone, well, I'm sure I'll all summer, but certainly for the near future, we'll be working from home and definitely accessible if anyone has questions or wants to talk about this anymore. Thank you. Good luck.